Welcome viewers to Society Matters. I'm Janine Smith. Tonight, we have Mr. Jones from the Skeptic Society with us to discuss the Great Wall of China.
Good evening, Janine. I'm very happy to discuss an issue that has been bothering our society for some time.
So, Mr. Jones, from what I gather, you doubt that there is such a wall? Surely you are in jest.
Surely I jest not. I'll get straight to the point. There is no Great Wall of China. There never has been, and there never will be. It's a hoax. A scam for the gullible.
A scam for the gullible?
Let's focus on the facts. Not the drunken chanting of weirdos and bored conspiracy theorists. This so-called Great Wall has never been proven.
Never been proven? I've been there.
So you say, Janine. So you say. There are a lot of photographs of this so-called Great Wall, but to the best of my knowledge, no one has ever sat down and done a formal analysis, looking for fakes. Has a scientific team, from a reputable university done a rigorous study proving that at least one, I repeat, only one photograph, is not photoshopped?
Hang on. They don't need to. Millions of people have been there.
So you may believe, Janine. So you may believe. I'm afraid I need a little more than casual gossip at the coffee shop. I mean, come on. We need only one thing. I repeat, only one thing. That is a proper scientific analysis of the so-called facts.
That makes no sense. Surely after millions of tourists, photos, videos and historical records, they don't need to.
Oh yes they do. To a scientist that is. Regarding these so-called personal eyewitness accounts. I'm sorry to break the news to you. This is the 21st century. Not some medieval Russian peasant village, looking for witches and unicorns.
Surely eyewitness accounts are worth something? What about our court system?
I take it then, you have never heard of DNA evidence, or ballistics. It's a little thing called science. Let's face it. Anyone can say anything. I could say that I am actually an elephant. Or I bought a time machine at Cash Converters. Do you really think it's rational to believe, indiscriminately what people have to say? That's why people need alibis. It's why we need to provide a reference when applying for a new job. It's why we have lie detectors, for God's sake.
But a million people? Isn't that different?
No, it is not. Have you met all these people? The simple truth is that it is not credible until a proper scientific study has been made. It is no secret how easy it is to fake photos and video footage. Green screen technology is available to anyone with a spare $20.
But just because people can, surely that does not mean they do.
Doesn't it? I could easily make a convincing video, putting myself on the moon. Do you really think I'm going to get calls from radio and TV stations, purely because I post my moonwalk on YouTube?
I'm interested. What would it actually take for you to change your mind? For instance, you talk about a proper scientific study. Let's just say, for argument's sake, that a study is done, and it does confirm that the Great Wall of China is true. What is to stop you from claiming that the study itself was a hoax, and then maintaining your belief?
Well, Janine, that is an interesting point. I have no doubt that such a study will never be done. But, if some scientists did provide so-called evidence that the Great Wall existed, it would almost certainly be another hoax. I doubt I would be that interested.
Then would you be prepared to take a flight to China and have a look yourself? Our studio will pay. That would put the matter to rest.
Seriously, Janine, you are insulting my intelligence. Do you really think I have nothing better to do than spend a week visiting imaginary places? Maybe I'll hold a seance, and contact the little green men on the moon. I'll ask them to look out of their UFO window. First I'll check my tarot cards. They might tell me my lucky numbers are in Venus rising. Of course I'm not going to China. I don't need to.
I see. Okay. Well, that's about all we have time for tonight. Thank you again for talking to us on Society Matters.
Let me say just one last thing before closing up. Our organization is offering $1 million to anyone who can prove that this so-called wall exists. We've had this as an open offer for 10 years now, and the money remains uncollected. I have a feeling that this money will never leave our office. I think that pretty much proves that there is no Great Wall. If it were true, then surely someone would have walked away with the money by now.
Well, I actually agree with you on that point. The money will never be collected.
At last you see reason. Logic and science always wins the day. You are a quick learner.
We'll look forward to talking to you again. Good night, and thank you for coming.
Good night, Janine.